Well, obviously I'm excited about basketball season. However, let me say, we're still playing a lot of football. So we are still pulling for the Bears and super excited about what they're doing. So this team has, they've been a lot of fun to coach. We have big personalities, a lot of energy. They're high energy players. They get along. There's a lot of smiles and a lot of effort at the same time. I'm really looking forward to this season. There's still some question marks, I think, for us. As we have quite a few young players that we're going to be watching to see how they grow and develop early this year. And we're also going to be looking to our leaders and to some of those experienced players that have big minutes played to be able to help lead this youthful team.
I'll just start by asking about your senior. How important is Danielle? Is she going to be as a leader on and off the floor?
Right now I could not be any prouder of how Danielle has handled this role. Being the only senior, she's definitely outnumbered. And, she has shown great leadership. She has shown great patience. I think she looks real confident on the court right now. She should be. She's coming off a couple of really good seasons. And, I think she understands what it looks like to be a championship team. She understands how we need to play. And I think she's really projecting that in a positive way. So right now, she's done an excellent job being the leader for this group.
Out of the freshmen, or anyone in particular really stood out as far as being able to make an immediate contribution?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, they're all talented. All 5 of them are talented, but I do believe that they're going to be able to come in and make early contributions. And one day it's one of them, maybe another one. I think it could easily be any 5. That's how talented they are. But they are freshmen, so it's a little consistent. So I'm glad we have 5. So hopefully somebody can be good for us each day. I think immediately you would notice Jasmine Franklin's presence on the court. She's long, she's super athletic with a high motor, and she can finish. She can really rebound, and I think because of her natural abilities, I think those things are what we're going to be needing, and I think that's going to get her on the court early.
Do you find yourself coaching any differently with so many freshmen and underclassmen?
Yeah, you have to have patience. I remind myself daily to have patience, and but at the same time, this group is picking things up pretty quickly, so we're able to really give them things and let them go. And it's been a lot of fun. We're changing a little bit of what we do, not overhauling, but changing a few things to take advantage of our athleticism and our length, which I think we have a lot of this year.
You talked about the large personalities on the team. Kind of give us a couple of examples and how that's affecting the team chemistry.
Jasmine Franklin, it has a big personality. I liken it to Emily Gardner's personality. I think our fans are very familiar with Emily's personality on the court. Dariana Lewis also has a big personality. So those 2 freshmen alone are keeping things very interesting on a daily basis in practice. There are no dull moments on the court for us, and I think that's a good thing. I love personality. I love when players are having a good time, enjoying themselves, but at the same time working hard. I think it's a great combination, and that's right where I like to be.
A couple of your sophomores had a lot of minutes last year, Emily, Bryce, Abby. How much have they improved, and how much more ready are they this season?
Well, I think going into this season, Bryce Caleb is a different player. I think last year she was filling this position out, trying to figure out where she was going to fit. But she looks terrific. She's also been a really good leader, very consistent. I think she is one of the players that we know what we're going to get from her each day, every practice, every game. We'll know what we're getting from Bryce, and I think her teammates really respect her for that, and I think she's become a leader because of that. Emily Gardner, again, I think very similar. I think she just feels more comfortable right now than she did this time last year, and that's what getting some playing time will do for you.
You talked about your youth and the amount of freshmen you have, just being able, that you have the tough schedule just to start off like you usually do, just being able to throw them right in the fire. Just to see how they react at this point, or?
Well, maybe they won't know any better, you know. It's a really tough schedule, and, you know, we treat all games the same. You know, we don't go into one with more preparation than the next. You know, we try to keep things simple and really try to focus on us a little bit more than opponents, especially early on in the season, because we're still learning and still growing. But, you know, we want to, our goal is to be the best basketball team we can be, and hopefully that team can be a championship team. And for us to be that team, we feel like we have to really challenge them early. You know, our goal is not for me to get a bunch of wins. Our goal is for us to be the best basketball team. If we can get all those wins while doing it, that is great. That's what we're trying to aim for as well. But, you know, I think our upperclassmen understand what a tough schedule looks like. I think they understand we have one. And I think they'll really lead the way, especially in that early preseason.
Coach, we saw a lot last year about what Lexie can do in the basketball court and just really taking over some games. A little bit of pressure on her, obviously, this year. How is she handling things and going into practices?
Alexa's better now than she was this time last year. She looks really good. She's much more mature. I think her game is maturing. She understands her role, and I think she's playing much more physical now. She's bringing more to the table than just scoring. She's defending, she's rebounding, and that's what we need her to do. We need to keep her on the court as much as possible, and her doing a lot of those little things is going to give us that option. So I'm so happy and so pleased about where she's at. It's not, she didn't need any more reps in the gym, but you know, she gets in the gym more than anybody. She just needed to have that maturity and that confidence in her ability, and she does right now.
You mentioned changing things up a little bit, athletic group, up-tempo, running the floor more.
Yeah, we're trying to make it a little bit more up-tempo game. We've never been a walk-it-up-the-court team, but we're trying to amp it up just a little bit on both ends of the court, a little bit offensively and a little bit defensively, to take advantage of that athleticism, the length, and our depth. We have a lot of players that we can put in the game and get really good minutes from.
And with the youth, just as a staff and talking to them right now, do you feel like maybe you're just a couple days behind where you were this time last year just because of the youth, or apples and oranges?
You know, that's a good question. I would have to really dig into my practice plans, go back and really think hard on where we were last year as opposed to this year. I think the biggest difference where we're a little behind is our post defense. We were able to lock and secure that position down for the last few years with the personnel we had. We don't have that right now. The least experienced position on the court right now is our post position. So we need those players to grow and mature quickly. I think our perimeter defense is better at this point. So, you know, you give and you take a little bit. We can, you know, but that's just a good example of, you know, each year's different.
Coach, can you compare this year to your second year when you had no seniors as far as preparation coming into the season? Yeah,
I think the difference is we have more experienced players returning now than we did maybe back then. And you know, when you're only here a year going into year two, there are still things that your players are still learning, even your veterans. You know, we have 4-year players, 3-year players now that get things. They can. I think the running joke is they know what drill's coming before I announce it anymore. So that's always a good thing when you get to the point that your players can anticipate what you're wanting and what you're needing. That means you're really all on the same page. And I think that's probably the biggest difference. Our experienced players have more experience under my system.
With Liza gone, so much scoring, you know, how big of a concern is that you know, maybe players won't step up and, you know, a group of players, I guess, step up and fill that?
Yeah, so obviously Liza not being here is a big void offensively. And I don't think we have, well, no, I don't think. We don't have one player that's going to be able to come in and do what she did. She was a very special talent, being able to make and take tough shots and bail you out, you know, when you're in a bind. But I hope what we have now is a little bit more balance with the team. Obviously, we expect Alexa to score for us. That's going to be important. But I think we can get scoring production from a lot of different people this year. And I like the balance that we could possibly have. I think it could be, it's going to look different. And that's okay. And hopefully hopefully we've got people that will be able to step up in those crunch time situations and be able to make plays for us.
What does Jessica Jackson bring to this program?
Jessica Jackson has been fantastic. Obviously, we love Jennifer Sullivan, and she is a super talent, and we're, you know, pulling for her to continue to be successful in her career. But Jessica Jackson, I think the interesting thing about her, she came in and had a voice from day one. And I think that's just the comfort level with me, having worked with me as a graduate assistant and having played for me. So she doesn't hold back. She speaks up, and I think that's really good. She's very intelligent, she's very savvy, and she works hard.
Coach, what would be a successful preseason, pre-conference record for you?
Boy, that is a great question. How many do we have? An O, maybe? I don't know. It's so hard sometimes, I think, as a coach to define success because each team is different. And right now, my definition of success may be very different than after our first game. You know, again, I think we want to get wins, you know, and we want to see our team improve at the same time. So I think that would be the ultimate success, win a lot of games, all of them, win a lot of them. But I think at the end of the day, if we're going into January prepared, that's the most important thing for us. And I don't want people to hear that and say that I'm not trying to win in the preseason, because we attack every game doing everything we can to find a way to win. And then afterwards, we'll evaluate and assess where we are as a team and see where we need to go. But, you know, we need to knock off some of those teams that, you know, were NCAA teams, or some of those teams that are names, or some of those teams that are postseason last year.
This being the 50th year for the program, and you just kind of reflect on your 6 years so far, and just how you kind of embraced the program, and it's kind of, the community's kind of hugged you back.
Yeah, 6 years this is the longest I've been anywhere, and it's been fantastic. I've loved every minute of it. The community is so special here because it's a sports community. I mean, everybody here loves sports, whether it's, you know, I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to offend the teams that I miss. Whether it's professional teams, locally or not, you know, D2 teams, high school teams, everybody loves sports here. And so when you're in the sporting field, it's a great place to be. And the other thing, I love to see our players be embraced. Our players work really hard. I mean, they work really hard. They sacrifice a lot, and you know, I think they feel very appreciated here, and that's unique and that's really special, and that warms my heart, you know, to see a community embracing our team. And, you know, I felt embraced. I've got cold chills thinking about it. I love our administration. I felt supported, and I love the players that we've been able to recruit here. I think this is a great place to recruit the type of people we want to coach, and we've been able to win. You know, obviously we want to win at an elite level, so we want to continue to improve. But it's been very joyful.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.